Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shut Door or Door Shutter, coming back to you with episode 31 of FTB Skies. And today, I quickly want to take a step back from questing because I think I've been focusing on that a little too heavily. I know there is, a lot to do with the questing and a lot more progress we need to make, but I kind of want to take a step back for a minute and quickly take a look at a mod called Observable. This mod was added recently by me, and I was taking a peek at what this does, and I would say it's more of a server-side mod for server admins and things to look at potential TPS issues or ticks per second. And it also kind of can help with client side because you can figure out where a lot of your ticks are coming from. So I've run this profile TPS button here, which takes 30 seconds, and then it'll generate an overlay. This overlay is on by default, but I've turned it off so we don't have it currently. But this massive area behind me with all of the particles and all the create stuff and everything, let's fly down to this level real quick. I'm going to press R. I'm going to turn on the overlay. Get ready for this. And you get to see this. Okay? Now, there's a lot of green, which green means good in most cases, but you can see one of the problems that I've had with this pack, of course, is the 30 FPS over in this area. And this kind of is a good indication for why this is. Of course, this number here, this 5, and then I don't know what this actual U symbol type thing is, but you can see that there is per tick. And what I'm basically assuming is that this will operate a certain amount of times per tick and cause, your TPS to change if you were on a server more than a client. Because if we look here, if we do forge.tps, you can see I was messing around with this a little bit. And we scroll up to here, we can see that our ticks per second is fantastic. Okay, so the reason I'm using Observable here in a client-side world is because this is actual valuable information to kind of figure out what in the world is causing your performance to drop. And you can see that this is constantly like updating in a sense every time this runs. And actually, it doesn't look like these are running properly. It may not look like they're even going that quickly. But yeah, you can see that there is a lot of title entities. That's basically what a lot of these are. Especially in this area. Yeah, and also laser IO isn't really great with in a large amount in doing a lot of things. So if I were to put laser IO everywhere, this would be a lot of red. Of course, these are kind of just simple. These aren't really like too complicated. I think most of these are power. But of course, you got some red here. And this is why this area is kind of just lagging. It's got a lot of title entities doing a lot of things at a lot of different rates, and it's pretty hectic. Of course, if we look around the base a little bit more, you can see that there is, just different things happening. And I mean, it's just good general information, right? Also, of course, you can see that there's some creatures that also do ticks per second, and I don't really receive a whole lot of lag in this area. But, of course, you got the drawers that are doing no operations. You also have a tick per second on your character, which is, I'm assuming, like what mods are at checking players' inventories and stuff like that. So also be aware these do, also use performance. So placing a lot of those is not a good idea. But yeah, you can just see how chaotic this can really, really get. And what I think I want to do is start moving this stuff into a compacting machine. I want to see if we can try and get some better performance here. And I don't really use compacting machines that often. I kind of avoid them just because I think it gives a little bit more of chunk loading issues, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's go. Let's do this. I think what I want to do is I want to just kind of place this right here for right now. And let's grab a personal shrinking device. Okay. I want to see how large a large machine is because I'm not even sure. Okay. I mean, it's a decent size. I basically want to take the design we have in there and kind of compact it into this. So, cobblestone. Because we won't really have to come in here that often, so we won't receive that many like lag spikes or anything like that. So I'm kind of thinking something like this. And then instead of the create smeltery that we've been going on, let's just change that to mechanism. I don't think we have a smelting recipe yet, but we can actually quickly go make that. But I think this is the amount we have as of current. And of course, we'll have to think about, powering them as well. But electric motors, it's not going to be a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we do have 5 of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take these out currently. Okay. And we're also going to have to figure out pedestals. But I mean, like, this resource generation's not even going to bother me if we take it out for right now. So, surge protector? I don't even know what that means. Okay, anyway. Let's pop back in here. So, pedestal. I think what we need, right, is the... I need to make sure that because I completely just forgot. This is on gravel, isn't it? So let's break this. Okay. And let's just kind of work on making this generally better. I think that's kind of the goal. And I really don't need all of these different systems, actually. I could actually do this like this, I believe. Don't quote me on this one. And we could kind of just... something like that? Something like that, maybe. This may not be as many as we usually, or we had previous. But I think... oh, actually, it is. It's going to be exactly the amount we had previous. Which is funny, in my opinion. I could have made that so much simpler. Okay. We got more of these. And then we just need to make sure we place these. So the next thing we're going to have to grab is at item pipes. Or at pipes, not item pipes. Goodness gracious. Did it again. Okay. So we're going to want to... one of the things that I'm not really sure about with pipes is the fact that you shouldn't pull on the same side. Or pull from, like, 2 different sides. So this side and this side. I always kind of like separating these. I think it also does, mess with TPS if you try and do that. And it also doesn't work half the time. Basically because it's a very, very one-sided operation. So keep that in mind. And I know from watching like few minutes of people's videos, a lot of people did do this in a compacting machine just to get it out of the way, which is, very understandable, right? You guys can do how you guys want to do it. But I honestly like seeing this. But since I think the performance has suffered long enough, we'll try and see if we can improve it. And if we can, fantastic. We may even need to move our power system into a new area as well, just so we can get that better off. But I think that's going to be like an endeavor, because I'm probably going to have to just duplicate our power system, all new dynamos, all new everything, and then go from there so we don't pull our system down, because that aether generation is pretty important to not blow up. So, there'd be complications with that, but I think we could actually do it. And also, I will mention that this is going to prolong the FTB Skies series just a little bit longer, which is, I don't know if that's like a bad thing, because I am enjoying this pack, but I think I've been focusing on questing so much that I genuinely am just like, I don't really feel like playing this. So this is definitely why I'm kind of working on this stuff as well, is because I want to take some time and, just kind of enjoy FTB Skies and what the FTB team has created, so. All right. enough talking about that. Let's get... So I should actually be able to do 8 of these. And I don't know if that's going to be enough. We may need to do more. But I kind of want to see what we can do here. Do I have any electric motors currently in the system? I have 1. I know an electric motor can run at least 2 sets of these, so 4. And then, so 8. 8 is what it can run. So let's quickly grab... Oh, wait, hold on. Before we put this here, we actually need to do a drawer system. Yeah, so let's go back out of here. Because remember, we need to be able to separate this stuff. And also, we are eliminating that item input pedestal. Or item pull out pedestal, the one that pulls out of everything. Just because we want to. Let's shift right click in this corner to set a spawn point. But that'll actually create a little bit less lag as well, because we're not doing multiple pedestals, you know, for just item extraction. How do we want to do this? I think what I want to do is grab a drawer controller at storage controller. Okay. Let's put this in the center here. Put this here. Gravel on top. Nope. Why do I have an empty drawer on me? What was that? Speed upgrades, I think? Yeah, we're fine without those. Okay. And then let's grab this and this. Oop, nope, we want to keep those locked. Okay. So this then should be able to go into... I don't want to get too high up here. It's going to look really funny when we're done with this, by the way. I don't doubt it. Alright, let's grab another stack of item pipes. Okay, so let's go for this. This. Okay, and then whenever I put these down, nothing is going to happen because they don't have a sift mesh type thing on the top. So let's grab that. And then we will, yeah, see how it filled up. So now I've got 64 gravel in there. What we need to do now is grab a cogwheel. Okay. And electric motor. Yeah, let's just go 80. Oop, did I turn it down? Okay. And a flux point. So there we go. This definitely will not be as fast, of course, but I'm not really concerned about speed, per se. I'm more concerned about performance. I think we have enough resources to take this hit. So let's now quickly grab item pipes around to extract out all of the materials. It's kind of difficult to see which ones I've actually hit, but that's okay. Okay. And then one of the things that I think we can do with compacting machines, and I'm not sure about this, is a item tunnel. Can I pop this right here? Which may not be the best spot. Can I remove that, actually? Yes, okay. So, item tunnel. Oh, so this is the side of the block, most likely. We'll probably have to pop out of here to make sure which one we actually want real fast. So, does it show visually here? Or do I need to make sure that we actually can pull out of this? Okay, so currently it's on that side. Okay. So let's configure this to go to a different side. Okay, so that should be the front of it. That's what we want. And I'm going to move this, by the way. And I think I'm gonna connect another compacting machine to it, maybe, with a whole bunch of smelteries in it. Okay, so that should work. Oh, that is cool. I didn't know you could do that. That is a pretty cool design. I'm not gonna lie. All right. So this should be operational. Okay. And are we doing any better with performance? I mean, actually, kind of. Maybe not fully. We need to get rid of this. So let's go quickly auto craft some smelting factories for mechanism. Let me get that done and I'll be right back. You know what? Let's try squeezing this in here. I'm not gonna use this item tunnel. I'm gonna try and get everything I can into this one compacting machine. So we're gonna get some of these mechanism smelting factories down here. And the problem I think we're gonna run into is if I put them right here, we're going to not get the right one. So hold on. Let me get some of this stuff cleared out. So how much gravel do we have? So we actually do have a backlog. So this is not able to hold that much. But I need to... Yeah, I think... Yeah, okay, so that's what we're going to do. Hold on. We are going to take this. I am assuming I can do this. Pick this up. And basically come along here. Okay. And take all of this out. Alright. And then put this right here. Okay, and then we go back in here. Oh, that is so cool. I didn't even realize there was a button for that. But alright. So item tunnel. And then we're going to want to put it on that side. And we're just going to pipe out. Okay. And then we're going to come out of here. And what this should do is... Let's make sure we just break this so we can fix the visual bug. Basically run this like we have had it. Okay. So now we have the item filtering. And I want to now grab a compacting machine to do the rest of this. So we are going to have a separate compacting machine, which is fine. Because we already have this item sorting and filtering and all this stuff set up. So we might as well just use it immediately. What are you doing? I've been having some problems with the precision mechanism machine down here. So I've been having some problems with the precision mechanism machine down here, and I've had to kind of set this up in a way that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I think what's happening is we're also going to blacklist gold plates in this real fast. So that way it actually starts working again. All right. Distractions, but that's okay. So I can pull the rest of this stuff out of here, clear these drawers and all of that off camera. So let's get into another compacting machine. I think I just want to go for a large. Should just be fine. I probably don't even need a large. But we're going to take this out. Yeah, you can see how little production was actually happening here. And I think... So how do you chunk load these? How do you chunk load this stuff? Use on a bound machine block to apply upgrade. So we don't actually have the ability to craft that. So I'm kind of curious. Hold on. Are you not pulling? Okay, why are you not pulling? Can I not push out? Hold up. Let's make sure we're doing this correctly. And that is the right side, right? Oh, shucks. Done an oopsie. I'll be right back. Alright, so I was just testing a little bit. I've chunk loaded inside of this, and it basically requires me to go in, go out, so it'll pull items. Okay, so we do need to do an ender chest here. So that's something that I just kind of wanted to make sure of before we get too much further into this. Alright, we are getting stuff that I don't have a drawer over here for. So let's clear these, because we're going to redo the whole filtering system, apparently. Kind of get everything started anew, which is not a bad thing, but a little bit more work than I was hoping for. Okay, so this chest is the ore processing one. Okay. And I think the reason it's getting a whole lot of different stuff, by the way, is because I forgot to hit this. And so this stuff should never come in here, but it has been. It actually should go in here, which then can be filtered and all of that jazz. Okay. And of course, we could just quickly do all that. All right. And this may be, of course, a little bit longer of an episode, which is fine. So, we need to filter before it gets to this chest, I believe. Because I think what this chest can handle is coal. And then okay. So we don't need to worry about pulling out the isnium. Only thing we need to worry about pulling out is all of this stuff. Okay. Okay. So let's go inside. And let's get rid of this. Okay. We'll just toss the stuff in our system for right now. I'm not too worried. So let's grab an ender chest. Probably a new color, right? I don't think we're using dark blue. Oh, we are using dark blue. Okay, so let's grab some white dye. We'll just go for the center here. Alrighty. And we're just going to pipe into this. Okay. And then, actually, I don't want to straight pipe into this, though, do I? I probably... actually, that'll be fine. It'll be fine. So then on the overworld here, we can just have basically the old system. We'll have to set it all back up, but that's fine. So pipes. So we're going to blacklist coal, diamonds, probably redstone, and a few other things here. So let's disconnect here. Actually, it doesn't even matter about filtering, right? Because this is all set. All right, I just need to be able to click that. Because it's all set to a storage drawer. Okay, and then what we would want to filter is coal, diamonds, and I believe lapis comes from this as well. Okay. Yeah, you can see the issue, though. We're not receiving anything anymore. Which is strange. We should be receiving constantly. So let's pop back in here. So it does seem like chunk loading is disabled in this environment. Even though I am chunk loaded. Oh no, apparently I'm not. Hold on. Limit modify. What? Oh yeah, hold on. Let me look down here. Okay. Yeah, let me be right back. Okay, I just went outside and unclaimed some of the chunks that we were using for this. That's the other thing. This is going to be all in one chunk. Force loading expires 1 hour. Can I make that never happen? Why is that a thing now? Let me be right back again. Okay, so now I know. If you just scroll continuously like this, it'll just keep going up. So you need to actually scroll down until you just make that go away. All right, fantastic news. So this should be chunk loaded. So if we teleport back out of here, we should see a constant flow of items. Oop, did not mean to do that. So we'll throw the emerald in there as well. And everything should funnel into our system. Of course, we still have the isnium. So let's actually quickly make a drawer for isnium. Now, I guess it actually doesn't even matter. So we can actually move this back. We're going to have to kind of be quick on this because I don't want that isnium to actually overflow. Alright, so let's quickly get rid of all these. Fantastic. And I'm actually going to put a block on the lava here so we just turn it off. Okay. And my plan is to get this system done and then work on those all off camera. Because, of course, this is going to take some time, right? This is not going to be done in a day, most likely. So, let's get rid of this chest. We also are just using a lot of different ender chests for no real reason. I think I had 3 connected over here for some reason. So, let's grab... I mean, this doesn't even need to be here. Not really. So I'm just going to put it like right over here. Just out of the way. And let's grab a slab. Okay. And that item, the item tunnel may have worked if I actually realized that I wasn't actually chunk loading it, by the way. So we could look at that, but I'm fine with ender chest. I honestly think ender chests just make it a little bit nicer anyway, so we're not like pulling things out of it, and we can move that to wherever we want if we need to. And yeah, I'll worry about that stuff later. So what we can do now is we can actually grab another compacting machine. Okay, grab one of these large ones, and we can just plop it right next to it. Doesn't really matter. Okay, and of course we're just gonna quickly come over to the corner, set our spawn point. Let's toss some of this stuff away. We do need another ender chest on white. Actually, I guess we could need a whole new ender chest, right? Not for say. Yeah, I didn't think about this. Hold up. So this actually should be placed right about here. Or... yeah, right about... let me do this. Hold on. So we can do this here, I think. Kind of winging it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And the reason I want this here is so I can then just come down this direction. Alright. And then pull from here, pull from here. And we can, of course, make sure this is just the raw isnium. And then this is just an upgrade. Okay. So let's go in here. And we're immediately going to pipe in from here. I don't know the direction. The top. So this should be correct, I hope. So let's go back and check here. No. Alright, let me figure it out. You know, I gotta say I didn't know this, but these actually all generate in the same dimension. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So we're gonna chunk load this as well. And now we have this. So what I want to do now is grab AtMech. I guess I could probably move this down one. Yeah, let's go down one with this. Okay, that should be fine. And we'll grab the mechanism smelting factories. So we're just going to put them out, one block. Should be fine. Just keep grabbing the more of them. I don't know how many we can fit in a row. Okay, so 9. That'll work. Just do 9 for now. And of course, we'll need to get speed upgrades and all of that stuff, but for right now. Let's actually do ultimate pipes here. Which sword was that? Whichever one does like an absurd amount of damage. Yeah, this one. Okay. We want ultimate pipes. We want these right here. And the reason we want these is because we're also going to funnel power through them as well. So, one thing to solve it all real fast. So this, round robin. Okay. And then power. Fantastic. And let's get these configured. So clear, back is input, top is output, auto eject on. Okay. And then we can actually just grab normal item pipes for a second here. And we're just going to do this. And I think that should be the bottom, which should be correct. And then these will not connect, which is fantastic as well. Okay, let's then just do this. Very, very simple system here, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing too complex about it. We will, of course, need to get just a little bit more ultimate pipe upgrades. All right. And then config card. Did I grab that? I did. Which one did I configure? This last one? All right, let's turn auto sword on. All right, let's hop out of here. So are we funneling anything in here? We should be. Okay, looks like we are. And let's make sure we're chunk loaded here. Yes, we are. Okay, but this one is not. So let's move this back. I don't think it affects anything since they don't have like an item tunnel, but I want to make sure. Okay, so let's go back in. Let's see if anything's running. Okay, things are running, but I don't think... Can I do just a generic chest here for a second? Okay, so I don't think that's going to work that way. Alright. Let me get speed upgrades and energy upgrades real quick. Alrighty, so everything has an upgrade, and also I just quickly went ahead and I've taken out the item pipe thing for the output, and just put the ender chest that was originally on the whole smeltery setup. But everything is cruising, right now at least. I may want to put a secondary one here, but I also want to quickly test. Are we still getting outputs whenever we leave this thing? Let's F3G here real fast. Okay, so we still have... Okay, so we are losing pieces. We aren't really going that quickly. I'm assuming the limitation is there. So what we should try and do instead is just grab an ender chest and completely avoid compacting machines whole shenanigans. For right now. So let's grab 2 of these chests. Let's just do a white chest. Double white this time. I know we're creating a whole bunch of ender chests, but I think at the end of the day, if we do this and have that filtering and buffer, basically, that's what I'm kind of trying to keep, is that buffer point. If we create this buffer point, we should be fine on everything else. We'll just need to make sure we configure this. And I think it'll just be faster at the end of the day as well. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. So shift right click that, perfect. And then ender chest here. Let's get rid of this. Okay, and do this. Oh wait, I did that backwards. I want this stuff in here. Okay. And that should be good. Just make sure we round robin this. Perfect. The other thing we could actually do is, if we really wanted to, is grab a piece of isnium. Here, hold on. Let's come out of here. I could just filter it in here because I don't have a buffer for isnium, but I think we should just be fine. Okay, so things are producing, right? We're out of everything here. And I guess we could actually also just quickly put this down here. That should be fine as well. Just kind of compact it a little bit more. Okay, so that means we can erase this. Let's get rid of all this stuff here. Let's get rid of this to shut the whole thing off. Okay, and what I want to look at real fast is how our FPS is doing. So we're still at 30. And if we're kind of looking in this direction, 36, of course, over here, it's going to be a little lower. So I've spent some time here looking at getting the performance to run just a little bit better here. And basically, I've moved 2 of these systems, and we're at around 40 frames per second now. So, yes, these are the main cause of the performance issues, all the sifters and stuff. So, over here, we've got several compacting drawers, of course, that are in here. This one may or may not be off center, but it's okay. So this is dust. This one is netherrack. I'm going to slowly get these changed over. And if we look here, this is an old profile, but I've taken out, you can see what I've taken out actually. So I've taken out this whole row of stuff. So this is actually pretty cool to see this before, like after the fact, of all the stuff that was here. And, you know, the amount of ticks this was actually using overall. So it is just really, really nifty to see that. And of course, now we currently have this one, but this is a lot less than what we had previously, which is fantastic. And I haven't even looked over in this direction, really. But this stuff really isn't that big of a problem. Most of it's turned off anyway, just because it's only active when I need it and all of that with all those safety features. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we're going to do for now in this episode. Just kind of wanted to start getting some of this resource generation stuff compacted down. And, of course, I think I'm going to get a lot of this stuff compacted into compacting machines. I don't know how far I'll go with this because I don't know how far I really can take this. Because I don't think this is going to have like a major performance dip in this. But this is a single dimension, right? So I do want to keep in mind that this might at some point become laggy, just sooner or later. So we just, be careful apparently in this dimension. So yeah, with that, I am going to wrap up this episode of FTB Skies. This has been an interesting one. Just kind of, just a more technical look at what we're doing. Not like a whole technical analysis, but just a way to kind of observe how you can, monitor even on a server, because ticks per second is very important on a server. It can make ghost blocks, have a lot of disconnecting issues, and a few other things. And if you actually watch some of my TAC videos, you could actually see that in the latest one, the episode 8. There was a lot of ghost blocks happening with the advanced generators, and a lot of that is related to TPS. And I believe at that time we were hitting around an average of 15 ticks per second, which has been resolved, by the way. It was laser IO, but we'll talk about that in episode 9 of the TAC SMP. So thank you guys for watching this episode of FTB Skies. Link down in the description for Observable. Fantastic mod. Default keybind is R, by the way, to open up this menu. Just keep that in mind. Thank you. Stay awesome. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.